Hello, welcome back to another video. This is what we're creating today. It's a gel polish design, so I'm going to be using my mannequin hand. Let's get started. If you are new to the channel, then welcome. My name's Sarah. I'm a nail tech and educator. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and let's get into it. So I'm using the practice hand called the Eliana hand. This is the hand Anais. I've put in the nail beds, which are actually flexi tips from Glitter Planet, and I've just put some plastic stick-on tips on top that I got off Amazon. This is the design I'm recreating, but slightly different because I don't have all the components. So I don't have pearls and I don't have that same shell she used. Lottie is the original creator that I saw anyway. I don't know if anyone created it before her. I've worked with her before for Swarovski. She's insanely talented. So I'm going in first and I'm applying 2 coats of this gel polish. Now, it's Madame Glam. I do show it in a bit. I forgot to show it at the beginning. I don't know why. It's a beautiful nude with this kind of pinky warm undertone. Really, really nice. Beautiful for this hand colour, but also kind of nice for that neutral background. So as always, I just use a detailer brush to go around the cuticle. It makes it a lot easier. Look, you just swoop it up there. Nice and easy. Now with Madame Glam, that's the only gel polish I use. Some of them are 1-minute cure, some of them are 30-second cure, and that's purely because the older ones are 30-second cure. The new formula is 1 minute, so please check. And I can get you 30% off, which is a massive saving. So I'll put my code in the description box along with a link to their website. Their gel polishes are 7 free, so they're HEMA free, they're vegan, they're fabulous. They're fabulous. Right, this one was a 30-second cure, I believe. I can't remember. Yeah, 30-second cure. And I don't know why I didn't film the second finger. I'm not quite sure. But we're in with the third. So while we're doing this, I'll just check in on you. How are you? Are you well? Let me know. And thanks for coming back if you've been here before. And if you're new, well, hello. Tell me about yourself, because it's always nice. It's always nice to see new people. I've got to do my nails. Look how outgrown they are. It's just ridiculous. Outgrown, grown out. Jeez. I was telling my husband today about perimenopause, for those of you like me that are old enough to know. And I said, you could be wanting to say the word shoe, but what happens is your brain has a big pot of words swirling around and it will just pick out a random one. So you might want to say shoe, but you might say penguin. You just don't know. That's where I'm at. So if I make errors when I'm doing a voiceover, just laugh and know that my brain is fried to within an inch of its life. Yeah. Right. Doing the cuticle area nice and neat. I find it so much easier with a small brush than kind of flooding it with a big brush, especially on a person, because they move. They talk. And when they're talking and you're trying to do this, oh my God. They wobble. Their hands literally wobble. There we are. Nice and neat. In for a cure. And I shall get on with the second coat in fast forward. Speedy, speedy. Lovely. It's really nice colour, this. I don't know when I last used it. I think it's called Laos, but I'll show you in a minute anyway. But it's a really beautiful shade. Wiggle, wiggle. There we go. So I figured on the post on Lottie's nails, I think she used either a nice pink builder gel or acrylic underneath. So I didn't have time to do a full set, you know, building up nails and stuff. So I just went for gel polish design just to see if I could recreate it. I looked at it and as always went, oh, yeah, that looks pretty simple. But as always, underestimated just how much control you need. Yes, this is the nude and it is called Laos or Laos? Laos? I think Laos. I don't know. I'm going to go in with velvet matte top coat on all of the nails because we're going to be painting on top of them and it just gives them a lovely smooth surface. Hello, puppy. Oh, the puppy's come to sit with me. So 1 coat of that and a 30-second cure on that and it will be perfect. And then we'll get into the design, which, like I said, it looked you know, when I broke it down, I was like, okay, do that, do that, do that. That's pretty simple. But it's a bit fiddly, I'm not going to lie. And I didn't have any pearls. Considering I had thousands of them because I was selling them, I can't find them. So I didn't have any pearls and I didn't have any power, I don't know how you pronounce it. So I'm going to use this glitter, which I have lots of. It's a mix I made myself. It's in 5-gram bags. And I think we're going to put it on eBay, available to buy. And some of these which I had left over from ages ago. And some Builder Gel in clear. It's called Pure Serenity. That's from Madam Glam. And I'm going to use my Madam Glam gel application brush. And we're just going to plonk it in the middle. That's what it looks like happened in the original set. So just pop it in the middle. And then instead of putting the shell and pearls in there, I'm putting glitter and tiny crystal pixie in there. And it's cute. I love this glitter anyway. I think I can't remember what it's called. It's Mermaid's Kiss. It's Mermaid's Kiss, that's what it's called. And it's beautiful. Look at that. So yeah, I'm just going to add some of the tiny pixies in there. They're teeny tiny, small, and they are pointy backs, but they're just minute, really, really small. And I'm just popping them into the Builder Gel. I'm working in 3s because I always like to kind of balance them in on each other, if that makes sense, with their points kind of pointing in the middle. They don't stand out massively because they're so tiny, but they will just catch the light and glisten. And along with the glitter, I think, yeah, I'd wear full nails of that glitter. It's so nice. Really, really lovely. I forgot how many glitters I've got, actually, how many glitter mixes I made. Right, so I'm going to go over with top coat, no wipe top coat. Now, initially I went over the whole nail with the top coat, and then I was like, no, I need to only top coat the centre and have the rest of it as matte. So I just continued because I'd committed. And then I any bits of glitter that were straying, I got rid of those. And then I actually went round with a lint-free wipe and some isopropyl alcohol and just tidied up where I did not want the gloss top coat. The bonus to this is that I managed to really encapsulate the top of the nail, the centre part that I wanted to. So that was good. And then next I'm going in with Abundance, and this is kind of to make this shell type design, and also New Me. These are both a 1-minute cure, and they've got that sandy, beachy, shelly kind of colour. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what I mean. So I'm going to painstakingly do a smile line. For whatever reason, I don't know if it's because it was thundering and I kept looking round to look at the thunder because it was happening behind me, but I just really struggled with my smile lines today. It's like I was distracted. Well, I was, because there was a great big thunderstorm and it was nice and I liked it and I had the window open. So I was distracted. So I feel like it was painstaking watching this back, so I've sped it up. And I'm just looking at myself like, why are you not doing the thing? What's so difficult with the thing? Why are you struggling now? But yeah, I'm going to initially put the darker colour down, but Abundance. And then what I'll do is, I won't cure it. I will leave it damp and I will pull through streaks of the other colour, the other shade, New Me. And that will give it that shell kind of shadows and depth look. That makes no sense. Again, shoe penguin, like I said earlier. But it'll give it texture, or the appearance of texture. I decided to use my application brush to try and tidy up because I was just making a right shambles there and I was getting frustrated. And then I over tidied up, so I had to go back in and paint more. Oh dear. So yeah, the idea is to give this texture without physical texture, the appearance of texture, the appearance of those kind of lines you get within shells, without making the nail bumpy. Essentially, that's what we're doing. So now I'm going to grab the other shade, New Me, and I'm just going to pull it through like this. And yes, I'm technically marbling, I suppose, and just giving it a bit of texture. There we go. and then I'll cure that for 60 seconds. And then on the pinky nail, I'm using this beautiful blue, which is called Magic Whispers. And I'm using that on the pinky with Abundance to create a smile line, but it's just pulling in that blue shade because we're going to be using blue for Starfish. I tried a different way of smile lining this time because this is the trusty old way I used to use. And you know what? I still made a hash of it. I still took too long and got distracted. But it's okay. Right there. If I'd have left it there, it would have been fine. But I messed with it. I started changing the shape of it. But, you know, what can you do? I just made it too... I feel like it started off quite deep and then I made it too shallow. Like, I wanted a deeper smile line. But it's not the end of the world. It was just preference, really. I just thought, looking back at it, I was like, I had it there. And then I added more. I don't really know why. But we're going to go in with Abundance and marble that through the blue to give that texturized look and light and shade, and just break it down a little bit. There's no real hard and fast rule, just follow the smile line. There we go. That'll get us a 60-second cure. And then I'm using the clear gel from Efile Nails, and I'm going to start creating those lines for the shell. Now, you do need to build them up. I don't know if I should have built them up more. I like the way it came out. I don't want them too big. But pressure-wise, at the bottom, you apply more pressure, and then as you drag the brush up, you release the pressure, so then the line gets thinner. Once you're happy with it, flash cure it. Do at least like 20-30 seconds, because it's the 60-second gel. You don't want it levelling, because it's self-levelling. You don't want that to happen. That would be really frustrating, because then you'd lose that beautiful crisp edge. So whack it in the lamp and give it a flash cure, and then start working on the next ones. And then I'd just periodically come back in and add a little more here and a little more there, and just build them up. And also another top tip is when you're placing them, try to get the gaps equal and even, because it will aesthetically look more pleasing. I don't mean like get a ruler out, you know, but just visually, because I mean, I used to have trouble with things like this, and I periodically do now, where it's concentration. I'll just lapse in concentration and I'll put something in a place where it doesn't make any sense. So it's just important to take a step back and take a breath. See, I'm adding a little bit more here. I just want to build that up. And then I'll cure that, and then we'll go in and do it all again, and we'll continue that. I'm continuing it right up as well. I want them to all meet roughly in a centre point, but not touch, because there's going to be a crystal in the middle instead of a pearl. So they don't need to touch in the middle, otherwise you won't be able to stick your pearl or your crystal down. So you need a little gap there. And yeah, I'll just let you watch this while I continue. So I've got some crystals to use. I'm popping a bit of adhesive down, And then I'll pop one of the larger crystals on. And I actually think it looks really nice. I know it's not a pearl, but I like it because it's sparkly. And as you can see, all the lines kind of meet at that one point, but don't touch it. So it's still got a flat surface to adhere to. Then you go in with your no wipe top coat. Now, it will want to flood and you'll lose your definition. So then I go in with like a liner brush and start going in between those shell lines just to reform the definition between them. And then that's this gel I've got from Madam Glam is a 30-second cure. Obviously, if you've got a newer formula, it might be a different cure time. So don't forget to check in the lamp. And then I'm going to do the same on this pinky, just only doing the smile line, not the whole nail. Again, pop a bit of adhesive down and I'll just pick a smaller crystal this time. A little baby one. These crystals have got like a gold and blue running through it, or hues of blue anyway, so I thought it might go quite well with the set. Didn't want to get off. Get off! Okay, and then I'm going to top coat that and use the same principle and not top coat the crystal because that's sacrilege, absolute sacrilege. So for the Starfish, I'm using Madam Glam shade Blessing, and I'm using the blue as well, which I showed you earlier and I can't remember the name of it. Isn't that handy? Is it Angel Whispers or something like that? Magical Whispers, Mystical Whispers, I don't know. I'll put it in the description box. Anyway, I didn't anticipate that creating a starfish shape would be difficult, because they're natural and they form in nature, so they can all look different. But there seems to be, it's very easy to suddenly make it look stupid. That's what I found. So a couple of times I was doing things and I was like, why are you doing that? Like, just focus. I think that's a lot of my problem, actually. Oh dear. And people say, do you know why your child's got ADHD and autism? Yeah, it's genetic. Anyway, what I'm doing here is curing it for 30 seconds and then adding more. No, 1 minute, sorry, and then adding more. Going in and building it up because I actually want it as a 3D shape on top of the nail. What I should have done is go in with top coat first, gloss top coat. But I didn't because I thought, oh, I'm painting on a matte surface, that'll be better. But it was fiddly to top coat at the end. So I'm just building it up, curing each layer. You can't go in too thick because it won't cure, it will wrinkle. So build it up layer by layer. Here's where I went, what have you done to it? You've made it look funny. I'll come back to that one. Start on the blue. The blue one's bigger and I'm doing the same thing. I find it easier to start in the middle and pull out because you want more product in the centre of the starfish because that's its deepest point. And then you can just pull the product out to its little, what are they called? Arms? They're not tentacles. What are they called? Oh gosh, there's something to Google. And if anyone knows what they're called, are they arms? They're not hands. What are they? Tentacles? I don't know. Anyway, let me know if you know. And I'm just building up the shape. Now, again, I know starfishes can come in all shapes and sizes. Some look really weird. Some look like your typical starfish. These are mine. So no one can tell me they're anatomically incorrect because they are Sarah starfish. So there you go. They're a breed of their own. Yep. I'm doing the same thing. I'm building it up, cure it, build it up, cure it, just to give that structure. And it's cool. I had an air bubble in this the centre of this gel. I put an air bubble in it when I was plooping it. Oh, excuse me. I couldn't get it to go. I was really peed off with this bottom one by this point because now it looked, well, I don't know what it looked like. I don't know what it looked like. So I had to rescue it last minute. I did manage to sort it out. I think I came in with a brush and started moving things like where I'd over put it in. But anyway, I did get it sorted. There you go. I wiped some of it away and then I was like, right, start again. It was just that last layer I got a little bit excited. Lost definition in between the, whatever they're called, arms, tentacles. And it started to look more like a splat than a starfish. Just tidy it up with that application brush. Comes in handy. Dip it in a little bit of isopropyl alcohol and you can tidy it up. It's nice and easy. And then just go back and build the blue one. As you can see, dragging it out from the centre means that you don't get too much product at the edges. It stays in the middle and gives it that dome-like depth at the top. It is like time-consuming. So if somebody's going to ask for this design, you make sure you give yourself enough time and make sure they're paying enough money. Don't, you know, undercharge and underestimate your time as well, because it is time-consuming. Right, I'm going in with the Velvet Matte top coat on top of the starfish, and that gives them, again, more depth, more shape. I don't mind if it goes over the edge because I'm going to top coat around them anyway. So nice blob. It really holds, this top coat as well. Pull it out. There we go. Okay, and then once that's cured, I'm just going in with the shades that I've got on a dotting tool and just putting little dots on top, but they sit like blobs and they look like texturized. And I do the same with that. There we go. Now, I did not top coat these blobs. You can gloss top coat them if you want to give them a shine on top, but I didn't want them too shiny and I didn't want them matte. So I just didn't top coat them. I'm not sure how they'd wear, longevity wise. I've just showed you a little bit of this because it's painstaking and I just don't want to bore you with it, but I had to top coat the whole nail using this technique. And then once I did that, I gave them a cure and then that was the set done. I'd love to know what you think of it. And hello, Toast. Our cat's called Toast. This is the final set. I'm glad I've got them done because it was in my head. I needed to try it. I needed to have a go. I don't know if I'd do this on a client. Hello, Toast. All right, calm down. I don't know if I'd do this on a client because it's time consuming. They'd have to pay me a lot of money. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, till next time. Tally bye.